Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And yes, you've guessed it, it's another Shop My Stash. So what are we doing? I think we're going to work from this cheek product drawer. Okay, so this is Project Pan, so we don't need to talk about that. I think I'm going to be decluttering this. I mean, it's nice enough and I can get it to work. It's the Revolution Raise the Bar highlighter, but it's very, very similar to this, and the packaging is much cuter, so I want to keep this one. Some of these things I might be keeping in. I have done so well on this Pat McGrath Labs bronzer this month. Let me show you the progress. I mean, there's no hit and pan, but you can see that crown is barely visible, and it's a new bronzer. I think maybe this is my newest bronzer. Amy bought it for me a while ago, and yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. Right, so that bronzer is going back in the collection. So we'll put this 17 powder blush edit back in the collection as well. Plum Blossom, really, really pretty. I don't know whether to keep this in. I absolutely love this. It's like a hollow highlighter. Well, that's exactly what it is. It's in the shade Diamond Dust. I don't know whether to pull one of my other palettes out that has a few more hollow highlighters in it. I've got the Michaela one, don't I? And then I've also got one from BH Cosmetics. So yeah, let's do that. I'll put this one back. Only use this Patrick Ta blusher once, so I feel like I need to keep it in. Project Pan, Project Pan. This is Project Pan 2, but it's empty now. Thank goodness. Let me just say that. I would never repurchase this. I would never say it's a product that you need in your collection either. I just didn't like it. Day one of ordering it, I didn't like it. So, yeah, I'm glad it's out of my collection now. These cream cheek products, I didn't use, so they're going to have to stay in. So we've got, what shades have we got? Summer Rose and Peach Glow. And then we've obviously got this one in Tainted Love and for Project Pan. So they're staying in. I think I'm going to put this Clinique Berry Pop one back, but there's this. Sorry. There's this Givenchy one, and I absolutely love it. It's the Prism Libra in the shade Mussolina Lilas, and I got it for my birthday in February, and I don't feel I've had as much time with it. In saying that though, I don't feel like I've had a huge amount of time with this. I've only used it a few times, but yeah, I want to keep that in for another rotation. So that's everything being kept in. It does seem a lot, but what you've got to bear in mind is there's some Project Pan items there. Oh, my MAC needs to go in as well. And it's for the month as well, so yeah. Right, so that's everything that's going back so far. And this will be going in empties. Right, let's go in this drawer here. Most of it is stuff I use on the daily, like primers. These are my two Project Pan ones. I use every single day when I'm not using like a pastel eyeshadow, because I've just bought a new white eyeshadow base. So that's that. I think I want to keep this in until it's completely gone. So we won't pull a glowy product, we'll just keep this in. Then we've got brow products. So these are brow products. Don't really need to talk about them, they're Project Pan. Eyeliners that stay in are my Ted Baker and Wayne Goss. So I tight line with that, and that's just my normal brown eyeliner. And then we've got some eyeliners here that I've been using this month. Like these ones that I'm going to show you now are the Made by Mitchell. So I use them when I use my pastel Clarity Cosmetics Some Amazing palette, so they can go back in the collection. Then I use this. I must have used this with the Rich Romantic. So it's the Essence Long Lasting Pencil in I Have a Green. I used it for a live because I remember Morag saying, is that by Essence? So yeah, that can go back. And then we've got the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on Eye Pencil in Vice, so that can go back. As you can see, we've got a few more primers here. They're not favourites. I mean, I don't know about this one. It's new. I've not used it yet. And I've used this a little bit. I don't want to use it until I finish with the others. Then we've got another brow product here. We've got a Becca primer here. I think it's the Backlighting Filter Primer. And then a Project Pan lipstick. So let's just... I wouldn't normally go through all that with you, but I thought since I've not done it in a few months, I'd do it again. It's not changed. This drawer never changes. Right, second drawer down. Okay, so I used this once. I really like the way it looked. I think I used it in a live, didn't I? Yeah, I'm almost sure I used it in a live. So that can go back in the collection. This one is become a Project Pan. I love it. It's the Technique Lip Plumping Lip Oil. I wouldn't say it's plumping though, guys. I'm going to leave it here so I can show you how much progress I've done since the last time we talked about it in my Shop My Stash. It's definitely not lip plumping, because lip plumping lip oils normally tingles, aren't they? And that one doesn't. Then we've got a couple of concealers. These are Project Pan. I'm nearly done with them. We've got my Hydro Hero by Essence. Love that stuff. We've got the Sunkissed Hyaluronic Acid. Love that as well. This is for spots. I don't think I've ever even used that. And then we've got my Primark foundation here that I mixed with the Uma Beauty one. So that one can go back as well. So I'll show you the Uma Beauty foundation. I was going to declutter this to my niece, but I found another foundation, also by Uma Beauty, that was on sale in Superdrug. So I bought that in the hopes of mixing both of the foundations together, and because they're by the same brand, hoping I'll be able to use it. I mean, like when I used that one, I was barely using any of this, so it would have probably taken me ages. But I wanna see what it's like in combination, and if I still don't like it, I'll pass this one on. Then we've got this drawer here. Let's talk about cheek palettes. Right, so I only use this a couple of times, but I do really like it. It's the Urban Decay and Kristen Leanne Beauty Beam highlighter palette. Can't use it all. I mean, I did try the darkest shade in a live, like as a bronze topper. I don't like it, so that's the one on the left. The other two shades, like the middle shade, I can definitely use. Sorry, that was like kind of gleaming then. The middle shade I can definitely use. And sometimes I'll mix the middle shade with the one on the right, so that can go back in my collection. And then I use this. I use this quite a lot, at least 3 or 4 times. Considering all the cheek products we've had in as well, I feel like that's quite a lot of times to use it. So let me tell you. So I used Shelly twice by itself, and then I must have used it 5 times. So I used Shelly twice by itself, then I used Dandelion once by itself, then I started mixing Shelly and Dandelion together, and I used that twice. So a total of 5 times, which isn't too shabby compared to the other products. And what you've got to bear in mind as well, guys, I've only been using these products 2 weeks, because I was using the That's Expensive products for 2 weeks as well. So I'm gonna have to come up with a different way of shopping my stash. It might get into the 5 weeks before I come on like it has this time, because I obviously want to get quite a lot of use with the That's Expensive products. So that Dandelion Twinkle highlighter there, I used twice, I think. But yeah, really like that. So that can go back. Okay. I don't know whether to leave this in. I'm still not 100% sure about it. Part of me feels like just get rid of it for the bulky packaging. Leave it in for one more rotation and make a decision. I'm going to make sure I use it and make a decision next month Okay, so both these palettes came from Lisa. I've got thoughts on both of them, which I'm gonna tell you about when I do the ranking video. The ranking video really is, I don't know the exact date I put the last one on, but I would say February. So we've got the Clarity Cosmetics So Amazing. I have been loving this, let's just say that much. Let me show you the inside of it. When it comes to this time of year, I absolutely love doing pastel eye looks. Anyone that knows me or who has been following my channel for a long period of time will know this about me, and this has been no different. Like I said, I've got thoughts on it, so I don't really want to be making this video any longer than it has to be, so I'll tell you that in the ranking video. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see where this actually ranks in that video. Then we've got the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Rich Romantic. She also got me this. She got me this for Christmas. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful, isn't it? You can see just how much use I've had. This charming shade here, I even use that on the nails. That's what I've got on now, on my nails. It's coming off just because they're a very, very thin formula. Not a thick formula at all. None of these in this palette are a thick formula, apart from Allure. I think that's the metallic in there, the Allure shade. But yeah, I do really, really like it. The only thing is, I mean, Rich and Captivating and even Magnetic to a point are the same kind of tones. I wish they'd put different tones in there. But yeah, that's a little insight of what I'm saying at the moment about the palette. I won't say anything else because, like I said, with the So Amazing palette, I've got thoughts on it and I want to really... I mean, I could do separate reviews on these palettes because they're new and show some looks that I've done with them. I might do that rather than... I mean, obviously I'm still going to rank them, but I think I might do separate reviews on them as well and just give them a bit of love, give them the love that they deserve. Okay, so this is everything that's going back. So we've got a palette in there that's staying, and we've got all this, and then those two drawers just stay as it is. Then up there we've got all Project Pan stuff, and then in there is a Project Pan eyeshadow palette as well. So yeah, let's put all this away and then we can shop my stash again for the new products for the upcoming month. Okay, so again, base drawers. You'll know what this looks like by now. So shall we start off with, we don't need concealer. I don't know whether to pull one of these though. Let's pull this. I don't know whether I still want it. The last two times I've used it, it feels just very, very thick, especially in comparison to the Glossier one. And I know this one is more under eye, where the Glossier one is just a stretch concealer that I use as a brightening under eye. But yeah, we'll take a look at this and see if we want to keep it. Then this is the new foundation I've got. I have used it a couple of times. Siuma by Sharon C. So this is more of a drugstore one, and I think it retailed about £15 originally, and I saw it for £5, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really need foundations, as you can see, but I really want to test that out with the Huda Beauty one that I've got. So that's the Huda Beauty one that I put out last week is going to stay out as well. So those two, and I think a skin tint. I think we're getting to that time of year, aren't we, guys, where a skin tint is needed. I feel like I should pull this. It's not really a skin tint, it's full coverage, but I feel like I should see if it's still okay to use. But then I'm being drawn to this because I really, really like this. The Jaclyn Cosmetics Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint. Yeah, let's do this. Right. I said I wasn't going to pull a glowy product, which I'm not. So, primers. So, let's pull this one because I've finished the Dior one. This Prep and Perfect one is far superior to the Dior. I know it sounds silly because this is Primark, but it's just so much better. When I need a pore minimising primer, I'm definitely going back to the drugstore rather than high-end. So that's that. I think I need a glowy one as well because I've been using this and the Essence Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer, and it's literally there. I have to do it like this so I can just scrape it out, but I've got that Becca one. Okay, so we're not going to pull a glowy. What about face powders? Like finishing powders? Oh, because I'm using my Hourglass powder, aren't I? So I don't need a face powder. Oh yeah, what I do need is, let me show you. So this isn't empty now as well, but there still is some of this powder somewhere else, and that somewhere else is this NYX HD Studio Photogenic powder, and there's quite a lot left of it, so I'm going to pull this. For a couple of days last week I did use this, and it's really good. It's a Technique Vitamin C Translucent Finishing Powder. If you live in the UK and you want to give it a whirl, to me it looks like the Beauty Crop Vitamin Babe, is it, or something like that. To me it looks like that. It's got a little net inside. It's really finely milled. It doesn't stick to your under eyes. I just really like it so far, but I've not used it that much, so I can't really do a first impressions on it. Part of me wants to pull this Fenty Beauty for the under eyes. Yeah, we'll do that for the under eyes, and then that is everything from that drawer, I think. Right, so that's what we're looking like so far. Right, so now we want to be doing palettes. Okay, the first palette I want to pull, let me just stretch over to it, is this one. And the reason being is I want to do a live with it. I want to do my dupe versus this and just see how close we got. I have already done swatches, so I'm hoping you'll get to see the swatches before this video goes out, or especially before the live goes out. This Shop My Stash needs to go up pretty darn soon because it's already late. But yeah, I want to use this. Desi got it for me. It came in November and I've not used it at all. I've done swatches with it. So let's pull her. I think we're going to be doing 3 palettes this time, not 2. Then I want to pull a BH Cosmetics one. Oh, it could be anywhere. Hang on. Right, let me just get it rather than taking you over there. Right, so I want to pull this BH Cosmetics Amalfi palette. So I'm not going to show you the insides. I'll show you the insides before I put them away. But this palette, I don't know when I got it. All I know is I need to use it so I can do a ranking video on my BH Cosmetics palettes. So literally this is where I pulled. So my Alice in Wonderland was there. We're going to be using the Snow White one next month, I think. I'm just going to check there's nothing else here. I'm just going to check that there's nothing else here that I want to use before we go into the drawers. Right, so I don't think so. So let's pull one more. Just one more out of the drawers, and then we can choose all our cheek products. Like for this, because this is orange toned, I definitely need a couple of orange tone blushes. This would be okay with pinks. So yeah, let's see what I want to do for blushes. I don't know whether to pull a face palette though as well. Let's go and see what's in my collection, and let's go and have some fun picking it out. Right, does this not just remind you of spring? So it's by Saint Angels and Sinners, as you can see, and it's the Earth Baby palette. So we'll pull this as well. The only thing is with this, it's just shimmers only, so I'll need to pull something else to go along with it, but I'll do that in another video, and I'll let you know when I come to do my next Shop My Stash. Right, so I really want to see what I want to keep, what I want to declutter. So this Essence Choose Your Glow, I don't think I've ever got on board with it, so I want to see if this is a keeper for the collection, because it is quite bulky. So let's do that. I also want for a glittery in your face highlighter, I want to take this Michaela Part 2 and have some fun with it. So that's that. What else did I want from here? I did say I was going to do this one instead. I think I'll do that next time. Bronzers, which is, it's basically, apart from eyeshadow palettes and a few base products, it's basically a chopping block Shop My Stash this go around, I think. Right, so it's either the Sunkissed one. No, let's pull the Revolution one because I've forgotten whether I like that or not. Let's pull that as bronzer. Okay, and is there a single highlighter we can pull? Because we've got the glittery ones. then we've only got the Essence one, which I don't know if I like or not. I mean, these are beautiful highlights, but they're shifty as well. There's only so much shiftiness you can put on your face, right? That's a chopping block highlighter. Let me pull this, and then we'll pull another one that I know I like. Actually, instead of that, I'm going to pull this Stila one. Because again, I've never really been able to get on board with it. This one is in the shade Kitten. So let's pull that. And we're pulling a lot. Let's pull this Colourpop one. It's not chopping block. I want to test it out more. And let's pull this Shop Miss A one. They're both two products that Desi got for me. So yeah, I'm going to pull that, and I think that's an end to it because there's a lot of highlighting. Don't forget, I've got my Project Pan stuff as well. So that's that. So now we need to go to blush. Right, so for this time I want some pinks and I want some warm toned oranges, just for the palettes that I've pulled, especially the Amalfi palette. I want to pull this one, another gift off Desi, just to see if I like it and see if it's got a place in my collection. This one is really good as well, this Clinique Topaz Pop. Naomi sent me that, so I'll pull that. And I think that's it for orange tones. I don't feel like I want any more cream blush, just because I've got a few cream blushes in my collection. Not in my collection, in my drawer. So that's that. What have we got up here? Part of me feels like pulling this. This is a warm toned one. Don't think I want to pull this though. The Natasha Denona blush has been on my mind, and this reminds me of it. Do you know the Natasha Denona My Dream? I was supposed to pull it last time, and I just want to see if it gives me the same vibes. So we'll pull that, and then we'll go into pinks. Oh, I really want to pull this Dior that Lisa bought for me. So that's in the shade 001 Pink. Iconic. I also want to pull this Benefit. Krista barely used it. We're going to be pulling a lot of pink, guys. Maybe one of these Shop Miss A Lumi ones. I'm going to have to see which ones I feel like when I swatch them. I'm not swatching everything, but things that I'm not too sure of, I'll swatch. There's only so much pink, right? Oh my gosh, I was going to buy this the other day from Superdrug. I didn't realise I actually had it. Let's pull it. Could you imagine if I'd bought it? Is that the one I just used? I think it is. Yeah, Berry Pop. Okay, we'll leave everything as it is now. I mean, there's all these as well, but I'm not moving everything off there to get to these. I feel like maybe in the next coming months I'll have to take stuff out of here and bring it down, because we don't ever get to these, and I'm sure there's some chopping block items in here as well. So this is it. My lipsticks, where are these? These are my Project Pan lipsticks. I've left one at my mum's. I've left my Chanel one at my mum's. So these are the ones that I'm focusing on. There's a few lip oils in here as well. I'm going to be talking about lip oils very, very soon on the channel. Just least favourite to favourite. I've only got 3, but I want to talk about them in more detail. So you'll see that video soon. So eyeliners, lipstick crayons, high-end lipsticks back there. I've recently shuffled things around, and then literally got all this here that we need to put away. So is that everything? I think it might be. So like I said, I won't swatch everything. I think I'm just going to swatch these two, because I don't want them both. Okay, let's start putting things away. I'll show you what the palettes look like first. Right, so this is the Saints, Angels and Sinners Earth Baby. So beautiful. I might even try and do my nails with some of these shades. It's stunning. It really does remind me of spring with those shades. Like I said, the only thing is with it, I'll have to dip into other palettes, which is not an issue. Normally I just like using the one palette that has mattes and shimmers in it. Yeah, this looks absolutely beautiful. I've not used it yet, and I'm looking forward to using it, potentially doing a live with it as well. So we've got 3 eyeshadow palettes instead of 2, but this one only has 6 metallics in it. Right, so this one is the BH Cosmetics Amalfi Very Warm. It's not really for this time of year, is it? That's the only thing. It's for, I would say, summer, autumn, but it doesn't matter. I need to use it. I want to do that ranking video on my least favourite to favourite BH Cosmetics palettes. And while I haven't used it, I know it does look used, but literally, guys, I've just swatched it. Then this is the Alice in Wonderland one. I mean, look at the artwork, guys. It's worth it just for the artwork. Then that's what it looks like inside. It's so beautiful. I was saying in the swatches that I've done, you know, the dupe palette versus this, I was saying I feel like I like this one better, which normally it's the other way around. Like when I did the Natasha Denona Yucca palette dupe, I like the Natasha Denona Yucca palette dupe more than the actual Natasha Denona Yucca palette, but I don't have that palette, so I can't compare them. But obviously now that I've got this, I can compare it with the one that I made up, and it's going to be fun doing a live and seeing if we can get a similar look out of each one. So that's that. I don't know how many times I'm going to use it. It might stay in for another rotation in May. You know, it's not a priority for me to use it. I want to use it in a live, and then we'll see how we get on. Right, and then we've got these blushes here. So this one is called Frantic Pink. This one is called Rose Dawn. I've got a feeling I'll be pulling this one, the darker of the two, but let me swatch them. Okay, so you can see this one is slightly more pink, and it's got yellow gold through it rather than the white like that one. So that's that one. And that's that one. Yeah, I want to do this one, I think. Oh, they don't need that in, do they? I think that's only to stop it getting broken. So this one again is Rose Dawn. The lid is broken on this. I don't know what's going on. That one's going back in the collection, and we'll pull it out a different day. This is the one that reminded me of the Natasha Denona My Dream. The only thing it doesn't have is a highlighter, but the blush itself, it probably isn't a dupe or anything like that. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it gives off that vibe. Let me show you. So that's what it looks like. So you can use each one by itself, or you can swirl your fingers in the entire lot and get a really pretty colour. I think it's a glowy one. I can't remember. So it's Kiko's Desert Dunes Trio Baked Blush in 03 Impulsive Mauve. So I'm looking forward to using that. Hope all this fits in my drawer. Then we've got a couple of smaller blushes back here. We've got the Benefit Krista, which is a beautiful bright pink there. And then I think we all know what the Dior Rosy Glow looks like, but I'll show you. Just look at that packaging. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I would love to work on getting some of that imprint off. I might actually pull this into the That's Expensive project pan next month, because it's new. And I've done that with the other one that I've got. The other one is in the shade Petal. Yeah, I did that then when I did the, not the first update, because I've only just done that, the introduction. Yeah, so I did that when I did the introduction, but yeah, I want to use that this month. I mean, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to use all these different blushes, because there's a lot. In fact, I might take some out. Then for warm toned options, we've got this Clinique Topaz Pop, so I want to keep that in. Then we've got this beautiful Colourpop Pressed Powder Blush in Out of Sight. See, with this, I'm really not sure if it's going to suit my skin tone, you know, because I'm so fair. Let's do a swatch of it. I mean, it's pretty. Let's do a swatch of the Clinique one. The Clinique one's a bit darker. So the Colourpop one's in front, the Clinique one's behind. I'm looking forward to using them though, because I've not had much use out of that or that really. Right, let's do a swatch of this Revolution one against Krista, because if they're similar, one of them can go back, which is probably going to be this one. This one is Rose Kiss, like I said earlier. Okay, so what I did, I swatched the Revolution Rose Kiss first, then the Kiko one, and then this Benefit one. So let me show you the swatches. So the Benefit ones, they're up top. No, sorry, the Revolution ones, they're up top. Then the Kiko one there, that's in the middle. And then the Benefit ones at the end. None of them look alike. So if I can get them all in the drawer, I will try and use them all. Even if it's just 1 or 2 times. Then we've got this Shop Miss A highlighter. So this is the lightest shade, I believe. Brunch Date, yes. So that's that. Then we've got this Colourpop highlighter. This is in Lantern Fest. So that looks like that, and I don't know if it's too dark. Let's do a swatch. Look how metallic it is. It does look pretty dark, but shade out, it might not be too bad. Maybe I could even put that over a bronzer. You know, over a matte bronzer as a bronze topper. Because it is a little bit too dark on my fair skin. But I've not shaded it out, so we'll see. Then we've got this Steeler in the shade Kitten, and from memory, this was too dark as well. That's what that looks like. Let's do a swatch of this. Look how glassy it is. Again, another metallic highlight. If it's similar to that, we'll put that one back and we'll concentrate on this one for this month. I think they're very similar. Yeah, let's put the Colourpop one back because that's new and it isn't going anywhere. But this one could be. Right, then we've got this great big ass bronzer by Revolution. So this is the Mega Bronzer in the shade 01 Cool. Then we've got this Michaela Part 2. Love this stuff. This isn't going anywhere. I'm not too bothered about the gold, right? That would probably make a really nice eyeshadow. I think I've tried it as an eyeshadow before and I quite enjoyed it. But those two highlighters there, especially that first one with the blue shift, oh my gosh, it's so good. Then we've got the Essence Choose Your Glow. I'm thinking about this now. I probably shouldn't have pulled it because I've also got the Catrice one that I'm not too sure about. But we'll see. Right, that Major Glow looks really, really nice. They all look nice. So I might be changing my mind. But if I don't like it, I'll be passing it on. So these are all the products. Now we need to put them away. Ugh, everything's falling. I'm going to struggle, I think, to put that in there. And I don't know where the hell to put all this either. We'll see. Wonderful. I was too busy watching the drawer and the camera and it flew out. Okay. If not everything fits in, the blush from last time I'll have to take out. I think it just about will fit in how highlighters though. Yeah, let's take the Givenchy blush out because I have brought some pink ones in. And I'll put my MAC Soft and Gentle into the Project Pan drawer. And this is turning into quite the Shop My Stash. Yeah, I'm going to put this back into the collection and pull it out another time. The MAC Soft and Gentle will fit now then, won't it? They're going back. Let's see if that'll close. Oh crap. Yeah, so that is going to have to go in the top drawer. Just need to remember. Right, maybe some of this will fit in this drawer here. I think the foundations and everything have to go there because I've got 3 of these. Oh, I pulled way too much this time, I think. Right, so these are just going to have to sit nicely in the corner. Like that. The Uma Beauty foundations are up at the top there, so I need to remember that. And this is what it looks like. So we'll go through the drawers again. Eyeshadow palettes, highlighter palette, and highlighter palette there. Cheek products there, so blusher, bronzer, highlighter. Everyday essentials plus a primer here. Concealers, eye products, lip gloss, and a primer at the back there. And then, I've already said it, but up top here is all my Project Pan things. Lip pencils there. And then we've got perfumes and setting sprays here. I've shown this before, but I'll show it again. So we've got Glamlite palettes here. I had to take them out of the boxes because I had nowhere to put them. Apart from that one's still in the box, but that's velour, and I hate the fact that they did a velour palette, so I keep it in there. Then we've got the Glaminatrix Fairy Lights because I don't want to lose it. And then we've also got Glamlite there as well. P. Louise. The P. Louise one I need to rank. These ones I need to rank as well. Glaminatrix Rich Romantic. Not the Natasha Denona. I keep that in there because I've got nowhere else to put it at the moment. The Glam Shop one needs to be in the ranking, so that's 3. Got the P. Louise Fall in Love and the Storm Amazing palette. So at the moment there's only 5 palettes that need to be ranked. I think I'm just going to rank them, otherwise it's going to fall over into the next month. And I need to find out when I did the last ranking. I'm almost sure it was February. Anyway guys, this concludes the video. I don't know how long it is, but thank you for being so patient with me. I really do appreciate it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time and support. Please like, it really does help get my small channel out there. Share and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.